I can't help but feel the disrespect from every land and country, especially America, as I read articles and I see people take claim to accomplishment and achievement that they do not even care to make an effort to give the time to understand has affected somebody's life to such an extent that they will do anything to destroy them just for knowing something and doing the right thing to ensure that the things that need to be done will be done. And these things are not done by the people that claim as much, because if they were, I wouldn't be sitting here reading about metabolism. Not because I am wrong and was ever wrong, but because when I write things that I write, I do not write them outright. Because if I did, they'd be stolen wrong, as they were. And not to knowledge, but to information current to time, current to an importance. And this is through myself, and I am tired, and I am worn to such an extent, and I will say it again and again, because I have limitations. My threshold is high for a lot. But I do not tolerate the things that everyone is doing behind my back. And I never have. And I never will. And the strife that I have to endure, I will endure obviously because I have to for my own life. But that does not mean that I am willing to sit here and not claim the truth. And it is not whistleblowing. If all over the world, people are doing things that are not harming life, but pushing life forward and exposing it to what it needs to be exposed to so that it can go through metabolic processes. And in that, it sounds redundant if you do not give it second thought. Just as skeletal structure where there is cartilage. And I do not know how many times I have to explain myself and how much peace I do not deserve. You show me, you think that gives you an answer, and I will only tell you so much before you realize I will not do the mathematical calculations. Not for you to hand in as your own, because if you cannot do it yourself, it does not matter if you hand it in. So I will not do it for you. No matter how many people you try and find to do it, if they do it inaccurately, incorrectly, 1 decimal point off, just as an astronaut in outer space, if they themselves cannot calculate for themselves, they will not be able, into a moment of stress that they may face, direct themselves to success. It reads as metabolic. Oh, Jesus, I can't even read to you. I'm so tongue-tied and upset with you guys. Metabolism, a term that encompasses all the chemical reactions occurring in the living organism. For these lab street chemists and university students and otherwise, not including myself, and I have to differentiate, especially during this time, that have come across meteorite, broken down for jewelry, assuming one way or another, I hope that it is innocence and ignorance, that you did not know what you had. I hope the truth is not mine to bear. Understand this fact. This fact stands, and this fact changes based on that event. I watched vegetation grow extremely quickly in a short period of time. I watch nobody research it, but everyone attempt to destroy species around something you cannot destroy if you're going to evolve the whole planet. That includes the human species, as well as yourselves, in the wrong direction, in an evolution you do not understand. If as you attempt to destroy it, you will not understand it. Because you make no attempt to understand it, you have no understanding of what you're doing to yourself. That somebody that does is sitting here attempting to tell you it matters to know. Included are all the molecular processes by which the organism acquires and utilizes the energy it needs for growth, which is what I had witnessed, and not trees that we need to breathe. There is specific, they have particular scientific names for trees that provide us oxygen. Without that, we cannot breathe. The maintenance of life and the performance of biological functions. The reason why I told you guys not to mess with anything beyond your own comprehension and application was due to the fact that these two differentiations are significant to a moment in history where theoretic is no longer proven. And now theory once again, where the theories stay as proven, some have shifted, but not all. This is like begging for something that we cannot come back from. Because I am watching you guys continuously attempt to mock each other. And that's not what I'm doing. I tried to calm you all down. I tried to explain to you guys the importance of what was occurring. I tried to explain to you guys why, if you did not understand, you should not be involved. And in any way, is your opinion precedence to those who do not have an opinion, but a clear, concise understanding of what they are reading, such as myself. Call what you are doing to me what it is. Racism at its finest at the end, because that's what it is. But at front value, it is discrimination. It is prejudice. And it is racist at the end. I am not holding you hostage. I am not a terrorist. I would do the work, but I said call the right people. But instead give reward to people who don't understand and assume that the people that are already in place will do the work to things that they don't even acknowledge as existing. As a concern, as a question, as something that is not being answered. But they assume that the answers will be there because somebody will do the effort to have an answer somewhere, but you don't even know what the concern is in the first place. How dare you all? Go ahead, keep trying me. Try my patience, right?